Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, number 48, or Legacy numbering 942, is part 2 of a two-part story and actually is kind of a deep issue. We see what is supposedly, I think, the end of the Ben Reilly chasm era, where Ben just is portrayed as someone who is just hurting. He's someone who's hurt by the fact that his memories have been taken away from him. He feels betrayed by Peter Parker. He feels betrayed by so many people. And all he's doing is just trying to right the wrongs that were done to him. And it turns out that the person who has promised to do this, Ashley Kafka, the Queen Goblin, has no intention of doing that and actually tries to turn him into a real monster, even more than the one that he's already made himself out to be. And it's an issue where Ben is forced to take a good hard look at himself and just say, you know, maybe this isn't who I am. Maybe I don't have to do this. Maybe this crusade that I've been on for saving my memories and revenge against Peter Parker and Spider-Man, maybe it's not something I should be doing, or maybe it's not something I need to do. And that, for me, was actually a pretty good, quote-unquote, ending for the character's arc, at least at this time, because at the end of the issue, Ben and Janine, his girlfriend, Hallows Eve, decide that they're not going to do this anymore. They're not going to, fret for the revenge against Spider-Man to get Ben's memories back. They're just going to try to move forward instead of looking back. And to me, that was actually really, really powerful. I think that Zeb Wells, the writer of this issue, did very well with that. And of course, it also shows Peter Parker looking at Ben Reilly, looking at Ashley Kafka, seeing what they've become, and having some compassion towards them. It's more so towards Ben than Kafka, because Kafka is still the Queen Goblin. She's still out there looking for revenge, and so he has to put her down a bit more. But this is who Peter Parker is. He's the guy who's willing to get second chances. He's the guy who says Ben needs help, real help. That's a quote from the issue. And he's willing to do whatever it takes to get him that help. So the way Peter treats Ben and even Janine in this issue, it's pretty powerful and it's pretty strong Spider-Man writing. Once again, we have artwork by Todd Nauck, who is, again, just absolutely fabulous. No notes there in terms of any criticisms. It's all great. The book is great to look at. Overall, this two-parter has actually turned out to be better than I thought it was going to be, because I haven't been really a fan of this whole Ben Reilly chasm thing. But the way they ended it actually has me pretty satisfied, and it's actually kind of touched me a little bit emotionally. So this issue was surprisingly good. This arc was surprisingly good. And I think it's a good resolution to not only the Ben Reilly stuff, but also most of this Beyond madness that happened after the Nick Spencer run. So Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, 48, Legacy number 942 gets a thumbs up from me.